K here, Madden 15 player career time, and it is the race to the playoffs. The Jets are 7-4, but there are a bunch of other AFC teams trying to steal our wildcard spot, so we need to make sure we keep on fighting, starting with the Redskins in Week 13. And after completely dominating the league, I am now in the lead for Defensive Player of the Year and Best Defensive Back. And here's a look at my stats for a little update. 68 tackles, 14 tackles for losses, 4 sacks, 6 picks for 209 yards, 34 yards average, longest for 97 yards, 7 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries for 109 yards, and a total for 4 touchdowns. That is ridiculous. And now let's get to the Skins game. Our offense was steady and our defense were dominating. Check out this pick 6, and there is plenty of green in front of me, so I think it's safe to put on the big play alert as I take it back to the house for 95 yards, high stepping to the end zone. Deion Sanders would be proud, and I continue to show why I deserve Defensive Player of the Year as I get the great pick 6 on the Redskins. However, the Skins did eventually fight back, down by 8 points. They go for the long ball and denied. The defense is strapped. 6 seconds left, 3rd and 13, last play of the game. RG3 throws it deep, Deshaun Jackson catches it, but I nailed the man in the chest, jarring the ball loose, so we win 21-13. I did not make many tackles, but I did get the 95-yard touchdown, which is good enough for me. And here's a little look at the playoff picture. We hold the wild card spot, but Cincinnati and Kansas City are only 1 game behind, so when I heard that, I knew it was time to lay out the boomstick, and I wanted everybody in the AFC to know that this is the Jets spot. This is our spot in the playoffs, and if you wanted our spot, you would have to go through me, and I would not let that happen. I was clotheslining, and I was cracking players. I would not allow any easy yardage if you came my direction. But our offense couldn't really get anything going, so as many tackles as I made and as much of a force as I was, whether it was chasing down Johnny Manziel or destroying running backs and receivers, the game was still close. 16 seconds left, 3rd and 13. We already know it's a handoff because they wanted to go into overtime. I see the running back and I light him up. I force the fumble. However, the Browns recover, so the game went into overtime, and I was still destroying. Eventually, though, they drove down the field, and they hit a field goal, and our offense could not score a touchdown in the next drive, so we lost this game 23-20. I had 12 tackles, 4 tackles for losses, a sack, and a forced fumble. It was a frustrating loss, but the frustration comes out on the Dallas Cowboys and Tony Romo in Week 15. But we need to make sure we get the win because playoff races are close, and the rest of our team knows that too, as Brandon Carr gets the interception, and I try to send him a good block on Des Bryant, and he fights for massive yardage. That interception led to a touchdown scoring drive, and I continue to lay out the boomstick. Get out my way, son. You are not running on me. And also, I continue to rush the quarterback as I bring down the sack. And this may be your stadium, but this is still my field in my house. This is my playground. And I was trying to be all over the field and trying to help as much as possible. In the 4th, Dallas took the lead by 3, pinned back in their own end zone, and I was there to make sure that they would not get any easy yards. We need to get good field position. 3rd and 9, once again, I get the run stuff. It's so close to being a safety, but regardless, that just gives us better field position, which led to a field goal scoring drive. 1 minute 30 seconds left. Dallas is driving, and they're on the 50, and I'm there to make the sack to push back the Dallas's offense, so that brings it into overtime. It was a tough battle. Our offense couldn't get anything going on the opening drive, and we would make sure we would not allow the same mistake to happen versus the Cleveland Browns. We fought as hard as we could to try to secure the last playoff spot, and on 4th and 1, they decided to punt it and not go for it in overtime. I tried to get something going on the punt returning, however, I could not get any big play, but the Jets offense secured it for us. We won 23-20. I got 8 tackles and 3 sacks, helping us get the W. And here's a little look at the standings. The Browns, the Bengals, and the Colts are all 8-6, and Texans are 7-6, and we are sitting at 9-5, and the Chiefs are 7-7. So this last playoff spot is still up for grabs. So we need to make sure we go off versus the Tennessee Titans, who are 11-3. So we need to make sure we play our hearts out. This is a tough task at hand. We're up against the #1 team in the AFC, so we need to play our hearts out and try to get this W. After steadily running the ball up the field, the Titans' Brian Hoyer and Shane Vereen are on the 47-yard line, and we need to make something happen, and our defense does. I was there to make the interception if Brian Hoyer got the throw off, but the quarterback got hit. 2nd and 10, playing some defensive coverage, and a defensive lineman, Muhammad Wilkerson, gets to Brian Hoyer, gets the sack, so it is 3rd and 18. And now we're switching up the plays. We're in a cover 3. I see the flat route. He throws it to the corner, but the coverage is too good. The man was in double to triple coverage. Great job by Brandon Carr on the pass deflection. It is 4th and 18, and Rex Ryan decides to put me in at punt return, and I break a tackle. I cut it back the other way, and let's see if I can make something happen. Great blocking, and I go for a spin. I break another tackle, but eventually I get brought down, but the coach and the team is loving the effort. And out comes the man, Geno Smith. Let's see if this man can get anything done. Clearly, he could not. The Titans have the ball back, and the weight is on the defensive shoulders, but that's just how we like it. We like the pressure, and that's when we shine. I get the huge hit on Shane Vereen for the tackle for no gain. 2nd and 10, hand off to Shane Vereen out of the backfield, and I make the tackle to prevent him from moving the chains. So that brings it to 3rd and 3, and it's another handoff. However, this time, Shane Vereen and the Titans were able to pick up the first down. Defense like this will not cut it if we want to win the game. 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. I see the drag route, and bow! Huge hit on Amendola. He's injured. And I'm sorry, man, it's nothing personal, but I'm about to light up every single person every chance I get. The man looks like he's in some serious pain, so we had to go to an injury timeout, and he was just sitting on the sidelines, so there's no more worrying about Amendola. 3rd and 5. My assignment is to cover the middle of the field, but he eventually throws it underneath to 81, who moves the chains and picks up the first down. We need to play better defense. And after a run, it is now 2nd and 3, 50 seconds left. Hoyer out of the shotgun, he throws on a slant route, and I eventually make the tackle, preventing the touchdown, but they are driving and they are in the red zone. They have momentum on their side. Hand off to Shane Vereen, and this man is powering forward to the 3-yard line. We need a stop. Can we please get a stop? But they decided to take me out, I guess, for some goal line package, and it did not pay off. The Tennessee Titans were able to score the touchdowns, and they hit the field goal, so it's now 7-0. Good news, after a long methodical drive, Geno Smith led us to a touchdown, so it's now 7-7, giving Tennessee 1 minute and 20 seconds before the half. Hoyer stepping back, looking for an open receiver, and he gets brought down. That is a sack, so that brings up 2nd and 17, and after an 8-yard pass attempt, it's 3rd and 9. They decide to run the ball and bring in the half, and we are there to make the stuff. The coach decides to call a timeout to see if we can get one last-ditch effort on scoring before half. He decides to put me in punt return because he saw my punt returning abilities. I go for the spin move, I get a broken tackle, and eventually I get brought down by the face mask. So that's about a 15-yard penalty, which should propel us forward to the 43-yard line with 17 seconds. Our offense and special teams unit cannot score before half, so it's now 7-7 in the first play of the 3rd quarter. Handoff to Shane Vereen, who gets brought down, so that brings up 2nd down. That's the kind of defense we need to play. And after another run stop, it is 3rd and 11. Hoyer out of shotgun. The blitz is coming, and Hoyer shrugs me off like it's nothing. At least, though, that helps Quentin Coples get there to make the sack. So it's 4th and 18. Our defense is now playing like we need to win this game. Regardless, our offense is not producing, so we are stuck on the defensive side of the ball. It's still 7-7. 2nd and 5, handoff to McCluster, who breaks a tackle and fights his way up for about 6 or 7 yards. This is not looking good. If our offense can't score, we only can do so much on the defensive side of the ball. 1st and 10. I see the angle route, and Hoyer throws it across the top and scores a touchdown. 21 blew his coverage, so that makes it a 7-point game. Rex Ryan is not happy, and it is not looking any better as Geno Smith cannot get anything done. We're bringing the blitz. I matched up one-on-one. Brian Hoyer breaks the tackle and throws it to a corner route to Watson, who makes a massive gain. Brian Hoyer and the Titans are driving down the field and building off the momentum that they got after scoring a touchdown. But finally, we get a stop on Shane Vereen. Quentin Coples with the stop, a tackle for loss. After another run attempt, it's 3rd and 8, and Brian Hoyer gets sacked by Sam Acho. So that brought up a 4th and 15, and they punted the ball back, but Geno cannot get anything done once again. It's crunch time. We need to get something going as a team. Handoff, huge hit, forced fumble recovery by the defense in the red zone. That is a huge play. Sam Acho with the fumble recovery. And check out Brandon Carr's dance moves in the bottom left. What is that man doing? That man is looking pumped, as is the crowd. And let's look at a little replay. Hand up and bow. Huge hit. And that's as clutch as it comes, man. That's as clutch as it comes. But the real question is, Geno Smith, can you get it done? Yes, he does. 14-14, and it is now a tie game, and we get a run stop on Tennessee's first possession after the touchdown. So we have all the momentum on our side. After a 2-yard run attempt, it is 3rd and 6. Hoyer stepping back. He throws a screen pass, and Duster McCluster gets stopped behind the markers. So that is 4th and 3. After a long and unsuccessful drive by the offense, Tennessee gets the ball back with 25 seconds. Handoff, and I get a huge hit. I'm surprised that wasn't a forced fumble. And they go with another handoff, and oh no, this man has a lot of space in front of him, but I am there to make the tackle with 14 seconds left. 3rd and 30 after a sack. Hail Mary, last ditch attempt. Will they have any magic happen? They throw it deep and it is picked off. So that is clutch. I try to set a block, but regardless, D. Milliner gets brought down, but that was clutch nonetheless. So it is overtime, folks.
The 4th quarter comes to an end, and we will need extra time put on the clock to settle this one.
The Titans won the coin toss, so obviously they elected to receive the ball first, but maybe it was a bad idea because Brian Hoyer is getting destroyed, and it is now 3rd and 10 after a 6-yard pass attempt after the sack. Hoyer chucks it, and it is an incompletion. Great pass defense on the out route, so that brings up 4th and 10. Rex Ryan is starting to believe in me as a punt return, so he puts me in, and I get the ball around the 20, the 30. I go for the hurdle, which I face planted after I got lit up. That was probably a bad idea to hurdle, but screw it. It's for the playoffs, so I'm about to go all out. Hoyer next on the out route, and I almost got the huge hit. That's 2nd down, 2nd and 2. Let's get something going, please. We're bringing the all-out blitz. Handoff. Wait, no, it's not. Hoyer keeps it himself, and he breaks a tackle. We have to chase this man before field goal range, and I get the huge hit from behind, and I force the fumble, and I get the fumble recovery. That is a big play alert. That was clutch. I did honestly run back like 2 or 3 yards, but it does keep the ball out of the Titans' hands when they were 3 or 4 yards away from the field goal. That was clutch. Let's check out a little replay real quick. There was a hella Jets defenders swarming around that ball. The real question is, though, will Geno Smith do anything on offense? And he does. He leads us to a field goal, so the Jets win in overtime. 17-14 in a fantastic game. I finished with 8 tackles, a tackle for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and of course, the golden fumble recovery, which saved us the game. And it turns out that with this win, the Jets clinched the playoffs. So stay tuned for my next Madden 15 player career, where you watch me take on the Philadelphia Eagles in the final season game, and then taking on my wild card opponent. Thank you for all the love and all the support, and I'm out.